So, why in anemia do we feel the tiredness that we do? Let's appreciate what exactly anemia is first and foremost. The anemia, there are various types. They are classified into three major categories depending on which system you use. The most common system we use here in the UK is that which divides it into three different types: microcytic, normocytic, and macrocytic. So microcytic is where the red blood cells are actually smaller than they might be otherwise. Normocytic is where they are within the range, and macrocytic is where they are larger than the range that is acceptable. And the range that's acceptable is between 80 and 96 femtoliters. So less than 80, between 80 and 96, and over 96, depending on which reference you read and which trust policies you use. Of course, it could be up to 100. Then in those three classifications there are various categories. But the whole concept of anemia is that there is incapacity for the red blood cells to be able to carry sufficient oxygen such that it meets the respiratory demand of respiring tissue. So what we have in red blood cells is the red pigment, which is what gives them their colour. This is known as hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a protein. It's a quaternary structure protein, and what it does is it's made up of 4 polypeptides. The 4 polypeptides that are essentially, each one contains a heme group, and in the heme group there's a porphyrin ring. In there you've got the iron ion in the Fe2 plus state. What happens is oxygen binds to the iron, it oxidizes it, becomes Fe3 plus. As such, each iron group is able to carry an oxygen atom. So you therefore carry oxygen in the red blood cell thanks to the hemoglobin. If the tissue is respiring and you've got insufficient hemoglobin, you therefore will not be able to carry enough oxygen, therefore meet the respiratory demand. And so when you then exert, when you move around the house, do your daily chores, etc., that's when you'll then feel the lethargy, you'll feel the fatigue, and then other associated symptoms come about later on. But the initial ones are very much easy fatigability and lethargy. Why? Because there's insufficient hemoglobin, therefore not enough oxygen being carried, and that means the oxygen demand for respiring tissue is not being met. Thank you for watching.